Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to another episode of The Joy of Building Satisfactory. If this is your first episode that you've seen with us, I wanted to welcome you to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're a returning viewer, I wanted to thank you for your support, all your kindness, all your kind words, your comments, your likes, your shares, any type of support you provide the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to do something a little bit different with this series. In the last 3 episodes, I was on a different planet, first of all, and we just kind of started from the beginning. And in our live streams, I've gotten a lot of feedback from you folks that you don't, I guess the simplest thing is that you don't really understand the game. It's hard to understand what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together just a couple of tutorials on how the game works, just to kind of get people's interest generated in the game and maybe understanding a little bit more about the functionality of it, because once you get past the math, it's a really fun building game. It's kind of the opposite of Green Hell, where Green Hell is survival and then building is kind of in the background. In this game, building is at the forefront. Building is what survival is in Green Hell, and survival is what building is in Green Hell. It's really, you die every now and then in this game, but it's not very common. It doesn't happen very often. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started. So you'll notice a little timestamp, bottom right of the screen, bottom right corner of the screen. If you don't want to see the list of building materials, skip forward to that portion of the video. That way you don't have to worry. If you don't want the surprise ruined and the amount of materials, I know not everybody likes to see that, but before you do that, I did want to say this. After you watch it the first time, if you want to go back again, I would highly recommend looking at that materials list just so you know what everything you need to build, because this is a pretty specific game. We've got all sorts of little doodads and stuff right here. So yeah. So if you watch it a second time because you get interest and you want to build this exactly the same way, I would watch it through the second time. But anyway, okay, right now I'm going to do the timestamp. Just because I want you to listen to what everything that I just said. It's very important. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm going to run the materials all along the bottom of the screen so that you can follow along and build something similar or identical to this. Now, I set one frame down just because I wanted to place something to get started. But these guys right here, I love using these. You can use a foundation like so. These definitely have their uses, but I like using these. It takes double the resources. Each one takes 6 concrete. So it'll be 12 concrete per spot, but you'll see why I like them so much. I'm just going to set down a 3x3. Also, in the list of materials, I have the mods that I'm using. I used 2 mods, technically 3. Come on, buddy. There we go. And they make the game enjoyable. One of them is permaday, so I think it's always 2 p.m. And the other one is one called Panel 2.0, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay. It's a bit of a learning curve to find the sweet spot for all of these. But once you get it down, it's like riding a bike. Sometimes you just get lucky, and it goes when you're trying to do something else, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to get this in there. There we go. We found it, and we lost it. There it is right there. But yeah, well, I guess I should tell you what we're building. I mean, you've probably already seen the title, but we're going to build a biofuel factory. Biofuels, it's, getting fuel in the early stages of the game, it's more of a manual process, and this takes as much of that out as possible while keeping it compact and accessible without having to jump around and get all this different stuff. So yeah. That's what we're going to do. Another thing that I find helpful is lookout towers. And what I like to do, at least for this build, is build one on either side, okay? And you'll see why a little later, why this is helpful. So we've got our basic frame down. We've got our observation decks up. And one thing that I like to do first is I like to put some of the walls up, okay? And I like to do that because if you don't put the walls up on the sides... Oh, look at that, windows. Yeah, I forgot I got those. If you don't put the walls up, it can be really easy to accidentally build a little too over. Like, for example, with these constructors, if you build right there, you can't put a wall there. But if you build right there, you can. So yeah, I like to just put the walls up because sometimes I get a little carried away and I kind of forget, and next thing you know, I have to start over. So we're gonna put these guys up on either side. Come on, there we go. We're just gonna start there. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have some storage containers, and they're facing the wrong way. There we go, much better. And we'll put them, that should be okay, I think. And another reason I like using these foundations is because it's a lot easier to line everything up. I think that's, yeah, that looks right there. So we've got our 3. We're only gonna have room for 2 constructors down here, but we have a way around that. So we're gonna get our constructor. And it's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. And you know what? I'm gonna put this guy up first. No, over here. Which is the right way? I don't know. So we put one that way. And what if we put one this way? What do they look like? Okay, that one's right. This one's not. I think. We'll figure it out. We're having fun, right? Yay! I think we got it. We got it. Okay, wonderful. So, first things first, I'm going to put this guy right... I had a feeling it wouldn't let me. That's okay, we'll get to it in a minute. So, it's not a requirement that we do that first. So we want to get our constructors in. We want to make sure they're facing the right way, and we want to line them up. This is going to be kind of weird. That's okay. And I'll just push them as far over as I can. There we go. So we've got these down here, and now... You fall, apparently. And we can hook up. Yeah, I had a feeling these would be okay. They're a little crooked, but hey, no harm, no foul. And again, just using basic ones. You can always upgrade these to whichever type of... Oh boy. So we might have to back this up a little bit. Yeah. Just a tiny bit. No problem. No problem. Happens to the best of us, am I right? Right. That's a beautiful thing about this game. When you make a mistake, it's forgiving. You just get this little puppy out, you know, and give it a little twirl, and then deconstruct it. Yeah. So let's try this again. Okay, so that is even. That's even, so let's, okay, that's even, so let's pull it back one. And let's see if this will work. Oh. No, it's not gonna work. So, we're gonna do this. This isn't the way you expected this stream to, or this episode to start, did you? But again, that's the beauty of the game. We'll just move this guy a little bit to the left, you know? Wait, is that right? Nope, I had it wrong. Now I have it right. So, and now we fix this guy. And the way we fix him is by lining him up with his buddy over there. And these are all lined up. You see that line right there? It's a 90-degree angle. That means it's lined up with the constructor as well as with the storage container. And let's see if we screwed this up. Let's see if we just found a different way to screw this up, right? And in case you're wondering, if you're early into the game and you're wondering how I'm jumping so high, I'm wearing Blade Runners. Come on, baby, please work. Oh no! There we go. There we go. All right. Cooking with grease. Love it. Okay, so this is our first floor, and what I'm gonna do, I am gonna set biomass up. I like to do it in alphabetical order, so I'm setting leaves up over here. We'll get to him in a second. And then wood over here. And the biomass is early on, and even in the later stage of the game, you need it. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. You basically get leaves and stuff, and then you turn it into biomass. You can burn leaves for fuel, but the biomass is better. And then once you get to a certain level, you can build solid biofuel, which is, like it says on the right, the most energy efficient form of solid biomass. And it's nice, you know, it's kind of it could be a pain in the rear end if you've got these, or you've got these and they're kind of all over the place and turns into a spaghetti factory. What you can do, you can have it compact like what we're about to build here, but at the same time, I'm going to show you how you can set it up to where you put everything in these containers and then it drops off in a different storage container somewhere else. Mwahaha. Fancy schmancy, right? Right. Okay, so I think it's safe to close this up. And just to make it look nice and clean, let's see, is it going to let us? You know what? Maybe. How do I want to do this? I guess we could get away with doing that. There we go. Because let's see if this will work. You got these cute little holes, right, to make everything all nice and pretty. Yep, you can go in there and you can add to the supply depot. Wonderful. And just to make it a little easier on us, we'll go ahead and put some ramps here. Come on, buddy. There we go. So we can walk up here and get that taken care of. Wah! And now we're going to build our second floor. Now we have to build an extra row of walls here. And you can do this however you want, if you want windows or whatever. I got all these in the awesome sink. Basically, the more junk you put in this big machine, you get coupons. And the more coupons you get, the more cool stuff you can buy. Okay. See how forgiving this game is? It even forgives me. Ooh, okay, you know what? Gamer almost goofed. Gamer almost goofed. And here's what we're going to do. We're not going to close up this whole thing just yet, okay? Yep, gamer goofed. It's all good, though. It's easily fixable. I didn't even think about this. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The beauty of this, of being able just to get rid of stuff. And you know what? It's not a big deal, actually. So we'll put our foundations up. But I'm going to leave one open. For one major reason. Okay. So we can get in and out. But we kind of need power. You know? I mean, that's kind of a thing in this game. And speaking of the awesome sink, with power, you can get these double wall outlets, which are really cool. Okay. I'll go ahead, yeah, and use up to 7 power line connections. Boom. And then you can just connect this. Whoops. to this, to that. Hope we can get out. Can we get out? Sure, we can get out. No problem. There we go. See, we can get out. Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. So with that, yeah, here we go. So now we've got power, and it's all nice and clean. Look at that. And let's just double check. Let's make sure we got power going. Ah! It's a very manly scream. We're looking good. It's making rumbly sounds, so that's always good. Ah, come on, buddy. Yeah, okay, we should be good. And we just gotta remember to close this wall up, you know? Ah, come on, buddy. Let me out! Oh, the autosave. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is put more glass down. And again, these are 6 each. Just gotta find that sweet spot. There you are. Oh. Come on, baby. There we go. There. Okay, now this is the next floor. And again, just following the same line of thought process. We set some of our walls up. No. Yes, that way. But like I said, you make a mistake, you can either leave it if it's not that big of a deal, like I sometimes do, or you make it all... Come on, buddy, work with me here. Come on, let's go. Why aren't you doing anything? Well, okay, it was just a glitch. Okay, got it. So that's looking pretty good right there. So now what we want to do... Actually, I think what we need is this. Is that right? No, wait. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. That's right. Okay, cool. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these bad boys up over here as well. And I've never built this before, like the way that I'm doing it. So just kind of winging some of this. Okay. Good to go, good to go. So we've got that floor set up. I also am going to build some more frames over here. Let's see here. I think we just need to... Ah! There we go. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay. We might need to build a... You know what? Let's just build a third one. Just to make it look fancy schmancy. And this is just to show you as well that you can continue to build your base on foundations instead of on the ground to make it more level. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, good. Yeah, the outside of that looks really good. Fantastic. We are just doing great. Take a sip of coffee. Or cocoa, you know, depending upon whatever you prefer. And again, we're just going to keep it real simple. Man, we've gone through quite a bit of concrete. We're going to keep it real simple. And get some logistics, get our logistics on. Ah. No, that is not right, gamer. Come on, buddy. Be the lift. Yes. Simple mistake, right, guys? Right, folks? There we go. Oh, you know what? Yeah, probably should go over this way. Well, before I do that, I want to give one more check on this stuff. Yeah, okay, let's do this. We're just going to chop through. So we've got the 3 supply depots. We've got belts on all 3 of these. Oh, okay, good. And you know what? I'm going to reconnect these. Just to be safe. Just to make sure they're officially connected to the, what are those bad boys called? The lifts, yeah. Because it doesn't look like they're connected. See that right there? You see that right there? It just looks like they're stuck there. But, yep, now they're connected. See the difference? That goes all the way in. Okay, we're good to go. Perfect. So I think these are all set. These are all ready. Ah, okay. And you know what? Before I close this, I wonder if it'll let me put some power. Double wall. Nah, it won't let me go through the ceiling. But we are going to need power. Oh my gosh, there we go. Promise I've played this game before. Once or twice. Just once or twice, so. Okay. And let's see if we can't get this. Oh, we can. All right. I'll put it right there, just to be on the safe side. There. Okay, so I think we're good. Both things have power. Yes. Ah. Let's head on back over. And do a couple things. Number one, let's put the wall back on. And that's the right one. Oh, and I guess I could put another one on over here. There we go. And of course, we want to put our glass foundations back. Okay. So, first things first. We've got our biomass. It's coming up here. Now what we need, all of them are coming up except for the one, the final one. It's not lining up for me. That's okay, you know what? We'll take matters into our own hands. Here we go. And a lot of people think you need to make everything tight and compact. You don't. You don't. You can if you want. But it's not a requirement. You don't have to make everything tight. You know, a lot of folks are like, it looks cool to them, and that's a way to enjoy the game. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, so I want to make sure that we have enough room. Let's see. There's my constructor. We can't build out that far, so we'll do this. It's going to be a little crooked, I think. A little crooked, but we just want to make sure it works. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's do this first. Yep, sometimes you do things in a certain order and you're like, you know what? I need to get something else done first. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. Okay. Alright. Needs to go this way. That's definitely not going to work. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Now that I kind of know the depth, we're going to put another... gonna drop a foundation over here. So close. And I know that's not going to work. But if we lower it, we might get a little traction. I knew I had to bring it down. I'm like, come on, gamer, just bring it down one more. And a little voice in my head said, don't do it. And that still, I don't think is going to work. Nope, it needs more room. No problem. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it more room. Because it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. There we go. Fantastic. So we've gotten that taken care of. We've gotten him here. Let's go ahead and put that in there so they're all connected. And now... I'm trying to think how we should do this. We definitely want a merger. We want it pointing the right way. That will work. This is the one that I'm concerned with. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. No. Definitely not. Because ultimately, we want all three to merge. And how do I get back on this little devil? Okay, so. Do we have more space over here? I mean, we've got space. We can cram that guy a little further back, right? Right. Let's see what this does. And I don't think we can put this guy any closer. No, 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 no. That's a no-no. Okay. There's the ladder. I don't think this will work. Let's see here. That's fine. That's... Oh, not going to connect to that one. It's going to connect to this one. I just decided to fall. Just decided to end it all. Right there. All over just a pesky little game meter. Ugh. I wish I could get you a little bit closer. Okay, let's see here. just a tiny little space. And to wait for the save. Alright, we got those walls out of the way. We will get this accomplished, one way or another. How about this? I don't normally like doing it this way, but I'm making an exception right now for obvious reasons. Let's see if we can't get that pupper right there. Nope. Alright, let's try just a little bit further out. Little bit further out. Oh, wait a second. No. No. Okay, merger. Clear list. Merger. There we go. Eesh. Don't do this to me. And I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I rotated it to where it would go in. So I'll show you, I'll demonstrate that. Right, yeah. So you see how it all lines up right there? Then I rotate the mouse wheel to where it lines up perfectly so that you don't have to worry about corners. And we've got our little electrical doohickey, our doodad. We've got these hooked up. And this one, the final recipe, is going to be something called mycelia. Now you can put anything, you know, there's alien organs and carapaces. I'm really close to a cave, so I have a decent amount of mycelia access, however you say that. I think it's mycelia. And yeah. We're almost done, folks. We're getting there. We're getting there. Because the next step, just make sure, yep, all the power lines are taken care of. We should have juice on. Oh, we got to select a recipe for this. Wouldn't that be silly? And, of course, that's going to be solid biofuel. So I think everything is hooked up. I'm just giving these one last look. Yup, yup. Yup. Ah, and then we're going to jump off, aren't we? Okay, so we can seal this guy up now. Well, you know, before we seal it up, so let's do this. We're going to put, I guess, ceilings. They probably, nah, I don't want to do the glass. Let's see if it'll let us do this. You know what we may have to do? May have to build another round of walls. I brought so much concrete, and I was like, you know, you're not going to need all that. Ha ha ha! Guess again. Oh, I thought it wouldn't go. I'm like, no. You will be built. We did not come this far to have an issue with encroaching. Alright, so now that we're in here, we can put a nice, lovely ceiling on it. again, I wonder if it'll let us. It will. We can put a glass ceiling on it. I love it. Come on, baby. Look at that. We could still let some of the sun in, right? I love these things. So cool. Yeah, that's too awesome. Oh, I think I missed one. Yeah. Come on, get in there. Is that... That's not right, is it? Well, only one way to find out. Eh. Looks right. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Looking good. Looking good, Hollywood. Yeah. Deserves a victory sip. Okay. Now there's really only one thing left to do. It's fall. I think what we're going to do now, okay, one other thing. You're going to love this part. This is the reason why I have the sign thing. You can put little wallpaper up. And these just take, looks like 8 rods, 21 iron plates, and 8 concrete. And they're so neat. Watch this. So this is the wood. Look at that. Just put that guy right there. And if you want, you can change the icon to that. Yeah, we can leave it that. That's kind of cool. There should, I'm pretty sure there's one. Yeah, there's one for mycelia. And then we'll change the display. Make it flat, a 2D instead of a 3D image. And there's all sorts of different stuff you can configure these with. It's really cool. We'll do leaves. We'll change the display on that. And, you know, I guess we could do this one too. Yeah, look at that. So we know what kind of factory this is. What kind of Satisfactory factory it is. Oh, well, that's interesting. Look up there in the sky. Huh. Ah, well, it's early access, you know? That's just how it goes. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave this the way I'm not going to close this up just yet. Let's get a quick look. It's all built up. And if you notice, I leave these open. You can build a staircase up the side if you want access in there, whatever you like. I just like this compact as you can get, easy access, easy service building where you drop in your materials over here. So let's do that. This is the leaves. We're going to drop in our mycelia. And we're going to drop in the wood. Where are you at, wood? There you are. Just make sure you put the right ones in there, otherwise that could be a problem. So I hear the machines firing up. Ah! Cruel world. Yep, I definitely hear them working right now. So that's lovely. Let's see if we can't just run in. Yep, there we go. So now we just gotta wait. Yep, there's the mycelia. It's being brought in here. And it looks like the biomass from the leaves is coming up. The biomass from the wood is coming up. Get the flashlight on. It's a little dark in here. And the mycelia, yep, is making its way around here as well. And then we got this big boy about to cook up some biofuel. Yeah, this is working. Okay. Looks like it's a little backed up, but that's okay. This is one of those set it and forget it things. Okay, good. Wonderful. So now we've got the biofuel. Ah. Let's go down here. Yep, biofuel is being transported here. And then it is being brought over here into our storage. So what you could do, basically, Let's say you've been on a long, long hunt. You're out exploring. You just dump your materials in here. Into these 3. And you can just leave it and walk away. And then when you come back, you know, 5 minutes later or whatever, you've got tasty, tasty biofuel. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. Before we go, I am going to finish up this wall. But yeah, check out our Discord. You know, I've got a Patreon if you're interested in becoming a contributor to the channel. We've also got Discord out there. Let's see here. Yeah, and join us on Twitch. You know, if you found me on YouTube, join us on Twitch and Facebook Gaming, and if you found me on one of the others, follow us on those as well. That would mean a lot to us. But with that out of the way, I wish you happy building, safe building, and many blessings. Thank you so much for watching.